Hi friends, here in this video I'll be explaining a diagram of SFD and BMD for a simply supported beam in which the load is not exactly at the center. So let's get started. So here is a simply supported beam in which the load W is not exactly at the center. It is at a distance of small a from point A and at a distance of small b from this support B. So here the reaction at A would be Ra, reaction at B would be Rb, and here I am showing a shortcut method to get the reactions. If you want to calculate the reaction at A, simply take the load, that is Wb or W, and then since we want to calculate the reaction at A, so take the opposite distance, that is not the distance A, but take the distance B which is opposite to the reaction at A. So distance B divided by the length of the beam which is L. So this is the shortcut way. Similarly, if you want to calculate Rb, take W, multiply it with distance A and divide it by the length. As we see in the numerator and denominator, A and L both are length, so they would be in terms of suppose meter. So length will get cancelled out and only load is left. So in this way we can get the reactions at A and B in a shortcut manner. Now to draw the SFD and BMD, always first draw the convention, and that convention is taking a section. On the left hand side of the section, if there is an upward force, on the right hand side there is downward force. Both are to be treated as positive. Similarly, while taking the section, on the left hand side if there is any downward force, on the right hand side there is an upward force, both are to be treated as negative. Now in order to draw the SFD and BMD, it will be just below this diagram, that is below this beam diagram. Then to know the value of shear force at A, take the section at A. Onto the left side we see the force is Wb by L, it is upward. So taking a positive, first of all a zero line as the reference. So this line shows a shear force of 0 kilonewton, which is the reference, and on to the left of the section there is an upward force Ra, value is Wb by L. So just show the line above this zero line which is Wb by L, that is the amount of shear force. Now we can see that between A to this point where the load is acting, I am denoting it as C. So between A to C there are no forces present. So this shear force which is Wb by L will remain constant from A to C. Then the moment we reach point C, there is a downward shear force of W. So the value will change at point C, and how to get that? On the left of this section we have Wb by L acting upwards, then minus W because it is acting downward on the left of the section. Now when I solve this, we have Wb, W into B minus W into L divided by L. Then therefore W can be taken as common, and we have B minus L upon L. Therefore B minus L, suppose if I explain L minus B, from L if we subtract B, it means it is A. So if L minus B is equal to A, so B minus L would be minus A. So we have minus Wa by L. That is the amount of shear force which is acting at point C. So from Wb by L, it goes into the negative region, having a value of Wa by L. Now again between C to B there are no forces present, so this will remain constant, that is the SFD remains constant, reaches up to Wa by L and finally connected to 0. Here we have positive region and here is the negative region. So this is the SFD shear force diagram. Similarly, bending moment diagram will be just below the SFD, and for that first drawing a zero reference line which is of 0 kilonewton meter because it is bending moment. which is force into distance. And in a similar manner, like I had explained, the convention for shear force, the convention for bending moment will be taking a section, on the left hand side of the section clockwise moment, on the right side anti-clockwise moment, both are taken as positive. And similarly, when taking the section onto the left side, if we have an anti-clockwise moment, on the right side clockwise moment, they are to be taken as negative. So now when I want to calculate, since the moments at A and B would be 0 because due to the applied load the beam would be bending, and if it is bending at A and B, it means there are no bending moment reactions offered by the support. So it means the beam is bending at A and B, and since it is bending, there will be no bending moment. So at A and B, the bending moment are 0. Now to calculate the bending moment at C, we have to take either the section from A to C, that is this much portion of the beam on the left side, or we can take the portion on the right hand side, that is between C to B, but we cannot take the entire beam as a whole to calculate the moment at C, because due to the equilibrium condition that will result in 0 bending moment at point C, and that is also the definition of the bending moment. So we have to take only one half of the beam. Here I am considering the left portion. So WB by L is the force which is acting up in the upward direction. When I bring this force up to point C, it will be producing a moment in the clockwise direction, and since it is on the left side of point C, so on the left side clockwise moment is positive, so we have WB by L into A. So WB by L into A, that is the amount of bending moment. And apart from that, at point C W, this load is also acting, but its moment would be 0 because it is passing from the same point. So the value of bending moment is WB, we can say WAB by L. So here the value is WAB by L. Since this is a linear equation, and here we can say therefore the variation would also be linear. So the variation of bending moment is linear. It means whenever shear force diagram is a straight horizontal line, bending moment diagram will be an inclined line, and this gives me the positive bending moment diagram. So that was a video in which we have seen how to get the SFD and BMD for a simply supported beam in which the load is not placed exactly at the center. At the end, if you all find my videos helpful, you all can like, share, comment and subscribe our channel and share it amongst your family and friends. Thanks for watching.